This question comes from Stolberry, Germany. When soaking off any type of artificial nails using acetone or non-acetone removers, excuse me again, is there any risk that the material will break down and become an allergy risk if it comes into skin contact? Yes, there is a risk you should be aware of and understand how to avoid. When artificial nail coatings harden, that's when at least 50% of their monomers or oligomers have polymerized or joined together. The actual percentage of monomers and oligomers joining together in the cured state can't be determined in a salon. It can only be determined by specialized laboratory equipment. The coating could be on the nail and be cured to 60% or 90%, and it would look and feel the same. When soaked in remover, these cured polymer chains are not likely to break down into harmful byproducts, not likely at all. Even so, some monomers and oligomers never polymerize, and they remain unreacted and trapped inside the polymer coating. These unreacted ingredients can escape into the solvent during the removal process and then thereby cause skin overexposure. If polymerization levels exceed 90%, or 90% of the monomers and oligomers join together, there's much less chance that unreacted material can escape into the solvent. But if polymerization levels are less than 80%, the solvent is highly likely to extract unreacted monomers or oligomers and lead to overexposure. Worse, the solvents can help any unreacted material to absorb into the skin more easily. Fortunately, this problem is easily avoided by properly curing nail coatings before they're removed. This question is from Renton, Washington. I gave an elderly woman a manicure and her right hand got swollen and her cuticles turned a blackish color. The doctor put her on antibiotics. I am absolutely dumbfounded as I use the highest safety and sanitation standards. What could be the cause of her problem? I suspect you mean the nail fold turned black, not the cuticle, as we've discussed in other episodes talking about anatomy. The doctor must have thought it was an infection if they prescribed antibiotics. Now, I didn't see the service happening, but if the skin is damaged during the manicure, it's more likely to become infected for up to 24 hours, or at least until the skin reheals. Some infectious or pathogenic disease-causing organisms are categorized as opportunistic organisms. What's that? Many types of microorganisms exist harmlessly on our skin without causing infections. An opportunistic organism is one that causes an infection only because the skin or nail has been recently damaged. Damage allows these organisms to sneak past the skin's outer defenses and get into places they're not supposed to be, and an infection is likely to follow. This demonstrates why the skin must never be cut or abraded intentionally, even if you're using sterile implements. If the client goes home and gets her hands into something, the microscopic damage on the skin can cause or allow such infections to occur, despite the cleanliness of the salon. Avoid cutting or abrading the living skin. It's not a safe technique, even with sterile tools or implements.